Welcome back to part 17 of the Minecraft single player series. We're finishing up the squid farm in this part, and then we are going to have a special guest at the end. Well, at this point, he's just a member of the channel. I don't even think he's a special guest anymore. He shows up all the time. Practically speaking, he shows up weekly. Oops, I should not have that audio here. That should be muted. Okay. Now that I've muted the actual gameplay footage so that you guys don't get double sound, I think I mentioned this in the last part, but just in case I didn't, beds did not save your spawn in beta 1.3. That's something that I think people should know, because holy, I was tempted to start a new base somewhere else, somewhere far away, maybe get some new terrain to show up, but no, not happening. Why? Because attempting to get new terrain in this era, hell to the nah, that would just been annoying. Genuinely annoying to me. Because imagine if I die and have to go, blocks after blocks away in the distance just to get some new resources for my game. Oh, hell no. Albeit, if this game ends up having me undergo another winter shift, like the Progression series did, then I'm going to have to just face the music and realize that I have to migrate again just to get into newer chunks of the game. But at the same time, I don't want to go that route again. I actually didn't go that route. What I ended up doing was, in that instance, just staying and trying to make the location livable even in the cold. But the problem was that the cold itself wasn't very nice to be in. It caused so many detriments when actually building. It's the reason that Project Glass is a video on this channel. And even then, I don't actually remember if Project Glass was before or after the superior mic. I'm going to assume it was after, because Project Glass takes place after I beat the Ender Dragon for the second time. And yes, we're going to fight the Ender Dragon in this Let's Play as well, but that's not going to be for a while. Originally the Squid Farm construction was supposed to be an entire set of 4 parts, but I realized that the video was getting way too long and that it was honestly just not worth making it more than 2. And the reason for that is because there comes a limit when people get sick of sped up footage. Don't get me wrong, I really like sped up footage for how convenient it is to make content with sped up footage. And it's just a lot easier. It makes the production of the video so much easier. But at the same time, I also know that not everyone's into that. Some people want the more traditional Let's Play style. And that's where a lot of this post-commentary comes in. Not even then, I know for a fact that a lot of older Minecraft Let's Plays actually did use post-commentary as a crux when they were making a giant project that required them to speed it up, because this would just take forever to build on camera, and I agree. I attempted to build this on camera, seeing as you're watching the footage now, but I also know that there's no way I could have commented over this. It would have been too much of a hassle. Now, this isn't me being lazy. No. This is me saying, look, I know for a fact that there are some things that are entertaining. I may do YouTube as the ultimate hobby, but I still want to get better at it. I don't want every video to be just me talking over, Season 0 style, where my audio quality is so bad the first 2 videos are delisted. You can still find them in the playlist, the Minecraft Let's Play playlist, but you're not finding those in recommendations. Not happening. I refuse to allow it. But that's besides the point. That is most definitely besides the point. For the time being, what you really need to know is that this was a hassle. The ultimate hassle. And I ran out of wood too. I thought 5 stacks of oak logs would be more than enough. But it turns out I needed a hell of a lot more wood. I know it seems, but Miguel, you've got 2 and almost another half stack with you. What do you mean you didn't have enough wood? Nope. Building these is a time-consuming process in of itself. I didn't realize how long I actually spent doing this in Skyblock. Because in Skyblock, I was watching movies, I had other things going on in the background that you never saw because we were still in the section of Minecraft where it was still basic enough that I didn't have to worry too much about overrunning the system. And as you just saw there, my frames tanked to 19 or so FPS. And the reason for that is because even though my computer is more than capable of running this game at 200 frames per second, I'm not kidding. For some reason, whenever I am around signs and redstone, the game just lags so hard. And I wouldn't be surprised if in the future we had entire parts that were taking place at less than 20 FPS, just because of how much is going on in the world. I hope that it doesn't get to that soon. I want that to be later, so that there's a possibility that I get superior hardware. But if it happens sooner rather than later, then so be it. There's nothing too detrimental about that. Although I do like that I finally got my graphical quality improved, because if you remember the first section of the series, the very first portion, the graphics were a bit fuzzy, and the reason for that was because the computer was just being overwhelmed. And I didn't want that, but sometimes when the computer gets overwhelmed, you have to make sacrifices, and in that case, I sacrificed video quality for the sake of somewhat decent frames. Trying to play this with the frames that I was getting originally was a terrible idea. But still, this is all going very well for me. Super fun. Very, very fun. Very, very cool. Now we have everything set up, ready to go. We got all the items. No, but I don't have the items, you say. No, I definitely have the items. I got the answers, too. But that's besides the point. We're here to keep making sense. See that we're down to 1 stack of wood at this point. And we're just going through this thing. Now we have 16 wood left, and I'm running out of space for the signs. So you would think that, it's okay, Miguel, you're just going to finish it up and everything's going to be hunky-dory. No. No. It's not going to be hunky-dory. Everything's going to be a pain in the ass. Because that's what survival is, a pain in the ass. Albeit, it was super nice to work with co-commentators for this series. And I hope I can actually get more co-commentators for this one. But more varied people, I would like to bring, say, Sabribri on here. You will, I think I linked her channel in one of the descriptions of one of the videos. I would like to do a post-commentary with her. I think that would be fun. Or maybe someone else. I mean, there is a Telegram in the description. If you want to do a post-commentary, just hit me up there. Tell me why you want to do it, and then we'll see what we can do. Yes, I am now inviting people to do post commentary if you want it, but you gotta actually give me a reason to invite you. If I just get a message, I'd be curious as to why. Alright, we're almost there. So as you can see, we are out of wood in our inventory, not counting the, I think it was 4 sticks or so. And I genuinely got frustrated there. As you can see, my mouse started flickering all over the place. Anyways, it was time to actually harvest the wood. And for some reason, this part of the video isn't sped up. I'm not sure why. I thought it was. Good to know. Regardless, actually getting all these trees done was, in of itself, not too difficult. Man, look at these frames. Look at how these frames went from really good to really bad. There was no victory here for the frames. But that is completely besides the point. Once you harvest the entire wooden section, you're now able to have everything you want. All the signs in the world. Go back here and we can speed up this process. Bam. Ultra Omega Bam. Why is this so much slower? I'm pretty sure I had this sped up all the way. I guess for some reason... No, I think it's just that we were watching older footage, and so... Not footage. We were watching footage that was slowed down, so now we're watching footage sped up again. It doesn't seem as fast due to maybe a placebo of some kind. I'm not too sure of the science behind that. But what I do know is that we are finally going to be able to finish all of the construction here with all of the signs. And that is exactly what I wanted to see done. Alright, we needed about 9 signs, which is right there, and now we just gotta place them. Or so I thought. Yeah, it was exactly 9 signs that were needed. Now that we've placed these 9 signs, my bad, 13 signs, we've now done 16 by 16 signs. Therefore, I can finally reorganize my inventory how I want it. And that should be the end of it. Oh, no, it's not. It's not the end of it. The reason it's not the end of it because I still need to actually fill out the top section. I know for a fact that I didn't do the entire top section here. I think I finished it off camera, but I didn't do too much of it off camera. I just did a section of it. There we go. I corrected my spelling. Yeah, for those of you guys who know that series, you know, you were probably cringing saying, why did you spell it wrong? It's okay. Everything is fine. Everything is great. Oh no, I did start filling it on screen. I just think I didn't finish digging it out. Off screen, this was an entire experiment. I won't lie to you. This was fun. This was genuinely super duper fun. And mining out the cobblestone itself really also took its toll. It just takes too long. A lot of this series' biggest issues are that it just takes too long to do. At this point, I've created the infinite water source, meaning that all I gotta do now is let it fall down after mining the cobblestone. And as you can see, I'm trying to patch it out so that there's no moving source water blocks. That's just to prevent clipping in the future, because while they will still spawn for now, I know that in the future they may not spawn all the way. And I just wanted to avoid that, okay? That was something I genuinely wanted to avoid. All of this is going down from beginning to end. Look at how much there's... And why was there a limit of only 5 squids being able to spawn? That's something I'm curious about. But besides that, we've got about 10 seconds left or so. Therefore, I'm going to see you all in the live commentary that I made super late at night. After we put all of the water in the tank, we mine out the top layer and let the water fall down. Eventually, the squids will spawn in here, but I have to be said number of blocks away from the tank for them to actually spawn. I think it's about 24. The reason I decided to show it off is because I actually built one of these in the Skyblock series, but I did that completely off camera. I wanted to show the process of actually making one in case any of you ever want to use these. Although, my co-host here thinks that ink sacks have no reason to be farmed. Is that correct?
Yes, they really shouldn't. Only thing inks can do is change the color of dye. Like, there's no other use for them. The body almost the use of lapis, except lapis is more useful now because of enchantment.
Is
So
utility what we really aspire for in this video game?
some of us, yes.
Look at these frames.
Yeah.
You ever had frames this bad?
No, thankfully.
Great. I ran out of my entire collection of wood. I had to farm wood from the farm again.
Hmm.
So is there anything you'd like to say to the people?
Yes, people, everyone who are watching this, don't follow this man's example. Do not waste your time building a farm for squids. You can do better. The better thing to do in Minecraft than that.
Such as?
What?
What better things can I do?
For one, you want instead of making a farm, make a villager farm.
In beta, when villages didn't exist?
Second course you're doing beta. And I don't know, there's a lot of things you can do better than just that. I don't know much about beta.
Well, just shoot in the dark until you hit something.
Um, I don't know, find a infinite lava generator.
Infinite Lava
No.
is beta 1.9 pre-release 5. So we're not there yet.
Okay, well, I'm not wasting my time just listing things that I don't know about.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I really do like how I just decide that the goal is to farm everything. Because it gives me
I
access
mean,
to
if it,
green wool.
what, you have a cactus farm too?
Yes.
Of course you do.
Hey, it's free item dispensation without actually having to risk falling in lava.
You don't risk anything when mining cactus. It's no lava.
I said I would rather use cacti than lava, so yes, you are correct.
Hmm.
Check this out. Something's missing.
What the heck? What's the letter?
You didn't need it back then. Sugarcane was broken.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
I mean, it's not like getting leather would be difficult. They're everywhere, you know.
Alright.
Okay, that'll be all for this episode. Take care, everybody.
Sign off.